Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. And today, what exactly is the topic? So, topic for today is Virgo, which is the next in the series that we are doing. So, in case you haven't had a look so far from Aries to Leo, go back and check my previous videos, and and you can know more about these signs. So, today's topic is Virgo, and we'll talk about the significations of Virgo, the qualities of Virgo, and the positives and some negatives. So we'll cover a general overview of Virgo here. So let's get started. Virgo is, all of us know, is an earthy sign. Leo being fiery. Next comes earthy, Feaw, fiery, earthy, airy, and watery. So Virgo is an earthy sign, completely different from Gemini, where Gemini is more airy. Gemini is airy sign, so that means people with Gemini, as I talked about in my Gemini video, they're more bubbly. Virgos are more earthy, so that means they stick to the ground. They're more practical in their in the life approach. Uh, Virgo people, what I have seen in general, are someone who would look for perfection in everything that they do. At times they look for over perfection, so which makes them worry a lot. It can give you a lot, which can give them a lot of tension. So that's the downside of being over practical. Virgos, if you've got Virgo friends, probably these are those creatures probably who would come in and tell you that, hey, the 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 t-shirt that you're wearing today is not going well with the rest of the outfit, so go change it. As I said, they could be critical, they could be more observing, so they would be the ones who would observe a lot around, and would appreciate or would be critical about it. So for example, they could be the ones who would just tell you, hey, for example, your car's tires are going to go soon, get them changed. And on the other hand, a lot of your friends won't really care about it. But yes, if you've got a Virgo friend, he or she is going to come in and pinpoint any goods or bads or the uglies that you've got. So yeah, so these are those people who look for perfection. These are those people who are very practical. These are those people who are very well managed. They would think 10 times before they talk or they write. If they're writing an email, probably they will read it 10 times before they send it out. So that's that sort of perfection Virgo looks in anything and everything that these guys do. These guys could be really, really good planners, just because we're talking about being analytical. So these guys are really, really good planners. Especially Virgo is ruled by Mercury, so so your planning skills come from Mercury, and hence Virgo being an earthy sign, that means they're more practical, they're more down to earth, they know what they're doing. They're really, really good planners, so they could turn out to be good managers, good organizers, uh, good event organizers for that matter, or anything they want to organize. They want perfection around perfection around whatever they do. So that sort of traits Virgo would have. Now, Virgo sign is nothing but it rules the sixth house of the Kalpurusha's horoscope. And what is sixth house? If you look at sixth house, all the affairs that sixth house talks about need great deal of planning. So what is sixth house? Sixth house, as in the Vedic astrology, it says Rog, Rin and Ripu. What is Rog? Diseases. What is Rin? Debt. What is Ripu? Enemies. So if you look at it, all the three aspects that I talked about, Rog, Rin and Ripu, debt, diseases and enemy, if you want to get rid of these, you need planning skills. You can't get away with debt, you can't get away with enemies, you can't get away with diseases just like that. So that is why Virgo sign has been given the charge of sixth house, and hence Mercury, because Mercury is your nervous system, Mercury is your thinking capacity, Mercury is your capability, your analysis, your nervous system. And I tell you, Virgo is completely different from Gemini from the aspect of the element that they've got. So Gemini's got more airy element, which is more bubbly, more communicative, whereas Virgos are more earthy, more down to earth, more practical. So where Geminis could have lots and lots of friends, and you can check my video about, if you want to know more about Gemini, whereas in comparison to Virgo, who would have very selected friends. So Virgos are more shy people. They could be creative, they could be intelligent, but at the same time, they don't have the bubbliness of Gemini, which is again a Mercurian sign. So that's the big trait difference that makes Virgos way different from Geminis. Coming back to a step deep, which is at the nakshatra level. So Virgos got Uttar Phalguni, Hasta, and Chitra, which is Sun, Moon, and Mars in their nakshatras at the nakshatra level. So that means if suppose if you've got your moon or your sun or your ascendant sitting in Virgo sign in the nakshatra of Sun, that means you've got the flavor of Sun and Mercury together. So you are more, so that means you're an authoritative manager. You could be very, very authoritative when you plan. So you could turn out to be a great organizer, a great CEO, or a great planner. Whereas if you've got a Virgo and a Moon combination, you could be more emotional. You could be writer. You could write, imagine, and you can do all the creative stuff. And if you've got Virgo, if you've got Mercury and Mars combination in Virgo at the nakshatra level, that makes you very aggressive in your planning, so that those people are very aggressive planners. And I tell you, Mars and Mercury combination can make you very, very critical and make you very, very aggressive in your communication as well. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I feel Virgo zodiac signs got that sort of trait. If you like my views, if you like this video, do share it, subscribe it, press the bell icon so that you would come to know when I'm uploading my next video. And yeah, last but not the least, thanks for watching.